These are the 5 most dangerous construction jobs on Earth.
Every single thing you've ever walked into, someone risked their life to build. A guy welded that beam 1,000 feet up, in the wind, with nothing under him but air.
Someone crawled inside that tunnel knowing it could collapse. These are the 5 most dangerous construction jobs on Earth, and the ones that scare even the workers.
Construction has one of the highest death tolls of any industry on the planet. And it's not because the workers are careless. It's the opposite. These are some of the most skilled people alive. It's because the job itself is fighting them. Gravity, pressure, heat, things that don't care how good you are. We're counting down 5 jobs, from dangerous to the one that most workers won't even take. And number 1 isn't the one you're expecting.
Number 5, demolition. Everyone thinks demolition is the fun part. Press a button, building goes down, everyone cheers.
The real work happens before the explosion, and it's the scariest part of the entire job. Because to bring a building down safely, someone has to go inside it first, into a structure that is already half dead. They walk through floors that are cracked, load-bearing walls that have been weakened on purpose. And they cut into the skeleton of the building by hand, carefully removing the exact pieces that are holding it up. Think about that. Your job is to weaken a building while standing inside it.
And the enemy is invisible. Old buildings hide things. Asbestos in the walls. Gas lines nobody mapped. Structural damage nobody recorded.
One wrong cut into the wrong column, and the building doesn't wait for the demolition day. It comes down while you're still in it. The controlled explosion you see on TV? That's the safe part. It's the weeks before it that kill people. Number 4, crane operator. And I know what you're thinking. He just sits in a box. He's the safest guy on the site. Not even close. First, he has to get to the box. On a tall tower crane, that means climbing a ladder inside the crane's spine, hundreds of feet straight up. Every morning, in the rain, in the wind, before he's done a single minute of actual work, he's already made the most dangerous commute in construction. Then he sits alone for 10 hours. No bathroom. Some operators climb down at lunch. Most don't, because climbing down and back up is worse than holding it. But the real danger isn't the height. It's what's hanging underneath him. He's swinging tons of steel over the heads of everyone on the site. He often can't see where he's placing it. He's working off a radio voice and hand signals from someone far below. If he mishears one instruction, or the wind catches the load, that steel becomes a wrecking ball over a crowd of people. He's not in danger. Everyone else is, and he's the only thing standing between them and it. It's not the fall, it's the responsibility. Number 3, working underground. Everything you're afraid of down here is invisible. The tunnel doesn't warn you. You can't see gas. You can't see a weak pocket of rock above your head. And you can't see the water pressure building behind a wall until the wall isn't there anymore.
The ground above a tunnel weighs an unimaginable amount.
And the only thing holding it up is what the crew installs. right now, as they dig. They're in a race. Cut the rock, support it. Cut, support, cut, support. Fall behind, and the Earth takes its space back. Then there's the air. Underground, air doesn't move on its own. Machines pump it in. If the ventilation fails, the air goes bad quietly. No smell, no warning. And the first symptom of a lack of oxygen is that you stop making good decisions. You don't panic, you just get slow and confused. And if something does go wrong, a collapse, a flood, a fire, you're in a tube. There's one way out, and it's behind you, and it might be a mile long. Number 2, the iron workers. The people who build the skeletons of skyscrapers. They work hundreds, sometimes 1,000 feet in the air. Walking on steel beams that are often narrower than their own shoulders. There's no floor. There's no wall. There's no roof. Just a grid of steel and sky. And the beams move. A tall building sways in the wind by design. That's how it survives. But when you're standing on it, that means the ground itself is swaying under your feet. Now add rain, so the steel is slick. Add cold, so your hands stop working. Add a crane swinging a multi-ton girder toward you that you have to reach out and grab. Everything up here has to be done with 2 hands, which means to do your job, you have to stop holding on. They're tied off. Modern safety systems are genuinely incredible, and they save lives every single day. But there's a hard truth up there. Every ironworker knows. The gear catches you after you fall. Nothing stops you from falling. It only stops you from hitting the ground. Ironworkers build the thing you're standing in right now. Every skyscraper you've ever seen, someone assembled it by hand, in the sky. Which brings us to number 1. And it's not the tallest job, it's not the deepest, it's the confined space. A confined space is any place you can get into that wasn't built for a person to be in. A tank, a silo, a sewer, a pit, the inside of a pipe. It sounds boring. It sounds like the least dangerous thing on this list. And that's exactly why it's the most deadly. Because a confined space doesn't look dangerous. There's no height, there's no explosion, it's just a hole. So people climb in without checking the air. When something goes wrong in a confined space, the person inside usually goes down fast and silently. And then their coworker, hearing nothing, seeing their friend motionless, does the most human thing imaginable. They climb in to help, and the same thing happens to them. That's the horror of it. It's one of the few dangers in construction that kills the rescuers too. It's the least dramatic job on this list, and that's precisely what makes it number 1. None of this is here to scare you. It's here because there's a version of the world where we walk past a construction site, get annoyed by the traffic, and never once think about the person 1,000 feet above us, welding in the wind. The buildings get the photos. The workers get the risk. Next time, I want to show you the machines so big they had to be assembled on site, because there's no road on Earth wide enough to deliver them. If you'll never look at a construction site the same way again, you know what to do. See you in the next one.